These three rocks look very similar, but they are totally different rocks: marble, halite, and quartz. This is why geologists never rely on looks alone. If you want to identify minerals or rocks, you have to bypass the surface and integrate the structure. Today we're going to dive deep into the absolute essentials of field identification, meaning relative hardness and internal crystal cleavage. Frederick Mohs designed this scale in 1812, not as a ruler but as a ranking of scratch resistance. Mohs selected 10 reference minerals to establish the hierarchy, starting with talc and ending with diamond. It works by having a hardness above the next one down will scratch the other one. So if you have a hardness of 7, anything above a 7 will scratch the 7. An important thing to note about the scale is that it is a non-linear scale, kind of like the Richter scale. Now, how to test for hardness. First, you want to start with your fingernail. If your fingernail can scratch it, it has a hardness less than 2. Next, you move up to a copper penny, or anything copper. I have a penny. And anything less than a copper penny is a 3 or less. And then finally, you want to move up to something steel. I have a steel knife, and you can use a nail or anything else that's steel. Just make sure it's steel, and anything less than steel will be 6 or lower. Next, geologists ask, why does this mineral break the way it does? It's all about the chemistry of the atomic lattice. Think of minerals as 3D Lego sets. Cleavage is the tendency to break along planes where the chemical bonds are the weakest. Sheet cleavage, which happens when it peels off in sheets like atoms thick, happen as a result of weak van der Waals forces. You're literally peeling atomic layers apart when you peel something off. Next, we have cubic cleavage. Minerals like fluorite or galena have perfect grid-like structures. When stressed, they snap perfectly along these 90-degree lines every single time in predictable ways. Finally, if the atomic structure is essentially tangled like a web, such as in quartz, there is no weak planes. It shatters into unpredictable shell-like curves. We call this conchoidal fracture, the same way glass breaks. So next time you're out, do this checklist in your head. Is it harder than steel? If yes, you have a 5 or greater hardness. If softer than steel, move on to your penny. If softer than a penny, move on to your fingernail. And if it's softer than that, you likely have talc or some other really soft rock or mineral. Next, try to break the rock, and this can help you identify what kind of cleavage it has, either planal, conchoidal, or basalt. This can help you identify a rock 90% of the time. If you have a mystery rock, describe it down in the comments and we'll try to ID it together. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you like rocks.